Simona is a person who is very dear to me and to my team because she embodies the entrepreneurial spirit and the nothing is impossible attitude, the American dream, although she was born in Romania. So I would like to ask you, as a very experienced real estate investor, how would you characterize both the American and the Romanian or European, let's say, markets right now in this context?
First of all, I would like to start saying thank you so much for having me here today and putting together such a beautiful event with such a young people and such a talented entrepreneurships. So the first step to Romania will be, if you decide to buy a beautiful apartment at one, then visiting the beautiful stores from Taylor Jewelry and then end up at the Alma Spa will be a great start. Well, to answer your question, of course, based in my experience in America, investing in USA is pretty safe. Talking about transparency, legal procedure, and we have access to such a big database that we know exactly when to buy, what to buy, and when to sell. But the problem in USA lately, it's the very high taxes, the administrative cost of the properties that will make impossible for investors to make a higher yield than 3% if we are lucky. On the other hand, Romania, one of my favorite countries in the world, got the attention not only from entrepreneurship from USA, but from the entire Europe. Okay, Romania has also pros and cons. Of course,
let's just list a bit of the pros and a bit of the cons.
Yes.
In Romania.
Okay, the pros. Between Cluj, Timișoara, and Bucharest, we have access to a level of investment at multinational companies. Also, we have such a talented people in technology, and we have a very young generation, very educated. And now that creates a need for residential housing, offices, and a major development. It's true the prices, they are high when you compare with the income of the people who live in Romania, but still so much potential and so much growth when you compare the real estate market in Romania with the Western Europe. In my opinion, I think for the last 3 years, the properties doubles in Romania. I can tell you that because I did invest in Romania, lucky in my side. I was just visiting Romania and wondering how much I miss my country. And then I started looking at real estate. And of course, it's impossible to don't see what beautiful projects one has in Romania. So I start investing in Romania and I realized what a great adventure was for me. But of course, you gotta take a risk. A lot of people doesn't know Romania, so you gotta take a risk like in every business. But when I realized what great advantage we have in taxation regarding the profit in an investment, the taxes and the administrative cost, you make a yield between probably 7 and 10%.
Do you have such a yield here?
No, here I have 3%, but of course here I buy distressed property, but that took me like 15 years to find them, to find the solution how to acquire them and how to keep them. So I'm lucky. Until 5 years ago I was making 7-8%, but right now, specifically after the pandemic, I think everywhere in America you're lucky if you get 3%. And my brother, who's also in real estate, a very successful broker for Douglas Elliman, I'm sure he can be one of the witnesses how difficult it is to make, the profit in today's environment in America.
So as a prelude to our following and last panel of discussions, which is going to be all about real estate, why what do you see next for the real estate market here in America? Because actually there are people in Romania looking at the States to invest, to buy, to build. What do you see coming up next here in terms of real estate?
Okay, that would be $1 million question. If I need the answer, that would be great. But of course, America will be, at all the times, will be a great place to invest because you have stability, you have a legal protection here. Romania has the potential to grow, and you can find great investments in Romania, and you can just wait for the market to catch up and you know, have a great potential in growing your assets there. But as I said, in America right now, it's very difficult due to all the taxation. And I think right now America is looking, honestly, to invest in countries like Europe, who they are very stable politically. Economically, they definitely improved so much in the last couple of years. And actually, a lot of my clients, they're looking to invest in Romania right now. And I think that all of us, we represent Romania. We are a little bit an unofficial ambassadors of Romania because our success defines also success for Romania. And I think the more we promote our country and the real estate investments there, the more, you know, support we're going to have in improve a little bit the economy of Romania.
And just one last question. What's your next project in real estate? What are you looking at?
Romania. Well, yes, actually, I just left Romania like 3 days ago, and also 3 days ago I decided to make another fast investment there. And actually, today I'm apologizing, I was a bit late because I had to wire the money. So yes, Romania, I think it's going to be a great objective for a lot of investors and a lot of multinational company. And I think we still have at least 30 to 35% room to grow.
Okay, thank you so much, Simona.